Hello, I'm Kaiser and welcome to Moose Reads. Before I get started, I want to say that the opinions that I give here are my own opinions. They are extremely subjective. If I disliked a book, it is not a reflection on the author and it is not a reflection on people who do like it. Different people have different tastes, and that's okay. Today, I will be reviewing Fledgling by Molly Harper. This is the sequel to Changeling and the second book in the Sorcery and Society series. It is a historical fantasy sitting somewhere between middle grade and young adult. The description says, days away from completing her first year at Miss Castwell's Institute for the Magical Instruction of Young Ladies, changeling-born Sarah Smith might just get away with posing as an upper-class guardian girl named Cassandra Reed. But the strange visions of a light-born destroyed by Miss Morton's revenant army keep Sarah from enjoying her achievement. Plus, the mother book, Sarah's one secret advantage and the ultimate entree in Guardian Society, suddenly stops revealing itself to her, putting her in a precarious position with the guild. On top of all that, her former lady's maid left Miss Castwell's, and the new hire is, well, taking some getting used to. If it weren't for her two best friends, Alicia McRae and Ivy Cowell, who will do anything to protect her secret, Sarah doesn't know if she'll make it another year. When the three girls take a summer holiday with Alicia's family, chaperoned by an exacting and very disapproving Mrs. McRae, a relaxing vacation in Scotland is the last thing they'll find. Mrs. Winter is thrilled that Sarah is spending time with the influential McRae family, but Sarah can't help but feel that her real purpose is to find other changeling children like her and free them to realize their own magic. Can she find genuine satisfaction in her accomplishments when she knows there are others like her out there who need her help? Will the three girls uncover the deeply held secrets they're looking for in the mysterious mountains of Scotland? Will the mother book finally start talking to her again? And will Sarah come to understand the importance of her connection with Ivy and Alicia and the true nature of her own power before it's too late? 3 stars. I liked it fine, but I didn't like it as much as the first book. I said with the first book that the magic system didn't feel very concrete, and I stand by that opinion. This book doubles down by introducing magical creatures into the mix. How many are there? Why haven't we heard about or seen them before this? I don't expect to get any answers to this. I think Harper just wanted this thing to happen, so now there's unicorns and evil unicorns, and who cares about the implications? Whatever. It only really matters if world building is important to you. For my part, it doesn't matter unless it breaks the story beyond repair, which I don't really feel this did. My biggest complaint is that this book really felt like the characters, and possibly Harper, bit off more than they could chew, so the ending didn't really feel satisfying. Still, there was a lot to like about Fledgling. It had the same tone as the previous book, and I like the overall setting. The characters are good, the romances are pretty good too, although they aren't the main focus by any means. In this book, Cassandra starts reaching out to more of her classmates and builds a pretty solid community, and I really liked that too. I mean, it's very obviously building towards something, but it's still nice. Okay, on to spoilers. If you don't want any spoilers for this book, now is the time to pause or close the video. For everyone else, let me elaborate on the ending. So, the first book ended with Cassandra wanting to find the other changelings like her, and the mother book seems all for that plan. A significant portion of this book is focused on furthering that goal, because they believe the children are being held in a secret training facility in the mountains near where Alicia's family are going on holiday. The problem is that, despite having this as their goal, and despite expecting to find a large group of changelings being trained as child soldiers, neither Cassandra nor her friends ever seem to consider logistics. Even assuming they only manage to find a single changeling at a time, they have to have something to do with that child. If they find, say, a dozen, a plan for what to do with them is all the more important. But the closest anyone comes to considering this problem is when they first discover the training facility while riding in a small air skiff. They recognize that the skiff isn't big enough for all the changeling children, and they'll have to figure out something to transport them in. Not a single thought is given to where they'll transport them to, just that they have to transport them away from where they are. This is made worse by Cassandra being obscenely stupid for a little while, and rushing off to rescue the changelings by herself. She doesn't know how she's going to transport them, doesn't know where she's taking them, and doesn't even know why they haven't run away themselves. She's just assuming she can go up to the facility, ask them to come away with her, and succeed. Her friends decide to follow after her because they are slightly less stupid, and they have a plan for how to transport the changelings. Still, no plan on where, though. So it all comes to a head when they land at the Winters vacation home, and Mrs. Winters is upset. Cassandra declares they are going to take over the Winters country home, which they rarely use, with basically no lead up to this decision. Mrs. Winters agrees to this, but only temporarily. She also more or less throws Cassandra off, telling her she's going to have to figure out her own shit from now on. It just felt like the characters stumbled into the ending rather than solving the problem. I guess the problem is sort of solved, for now, but it just doesn't land the way it ought to. I'm still going to read the next one. It wasn't bad enough to throw me off the series, but I didn't like it as much as the first book. Anyway, if you liked this video, I hope you'll watch more in the future. Thanks for watching this one. Bye!